Hello and welcome. Distinguished Poet Laureate Dr. Billy Collins, Distinguished Director Asa Karam, Vice Chair of the JSU Board of Trustees Portia Prebis, dear Professors Thomas Govero, Honorable Trustees, Vice President Mary Merva, Associate Dean Pamela Harris, distinguished faculty, class of 2022, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the John Cabot University 2022 Commencement Ceremony. Please remain standing for the invocation by a JSU professor, Thomas Govero.
May I share a personal story with you before we begin the inspiring part of this speech, this invocation. When I was a student here many, many years ago, and was part of the Fulbright program, we had many joyous, well-watered parties on that terrace up there. It gives me greatest satisfaction to be with you once again at the Villa Aurelia. As much joy as I've ever experienced here, and to once again be with a joyous and happy, gathering. President Pavancello, members of the Board of Trustees, Vice President of Academics, Mary Merva, Vice President Jose Alvarez, commencement speaker, and esteemed poet, Billy Collins. Welcome back to John Cabot. Dr. Asa Karam, honorary degree recipient, graduating students, and dear families. Okay. Here today, I wish to call upon you to reflect on some of the hopes and following thoughts. May the words of the Greek essayist Plutarch be an inspiration to you on this momentous occasion in your lives. Here is what Plutarch had to say. We achieve inwardly, and this will affect outward reality. That is a profound statement if you reflect on it. Sounds simple. Think about it. You have now acquired at John Cabot inward knowledge in writing and speaking skills, in business, in friendships, and in dialogues with your fellow students from all over the world. You are now going forward to affect outward reality. Your families, your future families, your friends, and your colleagues. Inspired by the words of Plutarch, may I in the next few minutes suggest some aspirations you may go forward to. May you be an attentive listener and judicious speaker. Let the outward reality also affect you. The good listener becomes the judicious speaker and decision maker. May you embrace complexity rather than seek reductionist solutions. Complexity is multiple and challenging. There are rarely simple solutions, and reducing them to easy formulas and stereotypes is naive and often only a stopgap and unimaginative. May you make certain cautious statements, but ask frequent questions. May you follow the example of the Greek historian Herodotus, who traveled the Mediterranean and beyond, who wrote copiously about his discoveries and the wonders he saw, and entitled his writings The Histories. That is, in Greek, the inquiries, the investigations, questions asked of the world. Questions are an invitation to learning, lifelong learning, and openness to the world. Statements bring closure and terminate the dialogue. May you cultivate the imagination. It is a source of all creativity and expression of originality. May you go beyond information and reach for transformation. The only constant in life is change, and a habit of critical thinking has two responses to change. Information is the means, but transformation is the desired result. May you be critical and prescient when facing with statistics, generalized laws, and false claims. They are regrettably some of the common and seductive practices of our times. Finally, may you remember the words of the eminent Greek poet Pindar when he said, "O my soul, do not strive for immortality, but maximize the possible." O my soul, do not strive for immortality, but maximize the possible. May you maximize the possible in your lives, your careers, and your friendships as you adventure through life and affect outward reality. By my heartiest congratulations to you and to your families. I wish you wonderful lives. I want to, at this point, thank the organizers of this ceremony and their assistants, and for the job, once again, well done. Thank you. Have wonderful lives.
Please be seated. Dear class of 2022, let me begin my remarks by bringing to you the warmest congratulations and good wishes from our chairman of the board, Sal Salibello, and from Dean Carlos Duz, both of whom, to their sincere regret, could not be with us today. Class of 2022, it is with great joy and pride that we celebrate you and congratulate you for your achievement on this joyous day, the day of your graduation from John Cabot University. You're graduating in a special year. 50 years ago, in September 1972, John Cabot International College opened its doors to its first group of 30 students, starting a journey that would take it from a tiny building on the outskirts of Rome to the very heart of the Eternal City, and from a small international college to John Cabot University, one of the most prestigious overseas American university in Europe. But you are very special, impressive class yourself. Although we are gathered here today once again on this joyous occasion, on a splendid day in this marvelous villa, surrounded by distinguished guests, your families and friends, we must not forget that you have spent most of your university time with us, facing the enormous impact that the COVID-19 pandemic has had upon your life and upon your studies. You have had to deal with the anxieties, limitations, and isolation that the pandemic produced, to adapt to distance learning, to viewing screens in your rooms with limited social activities. But you were resilient and you did your best to hold your own. Within those limitations, you continued to press forward, to remain engaged, preserving your creativity and curiosity. Make this courage and resilience the compass to guide your future life. This day of celebration is also a time to recognize the dedication of our outstanding faculty, staff, and administrators, whose quick response and adaptation to the pandemic has kept JCU open throughout these difficult years, writing one of the glorious pages of our university. As you leave your alma mater, you're entering a world that no one would have ever imagined just 3 years ago. A world where a lingering global pandemic has abruptly been followed by the bloodiest European war since World War II. A war as violent as senseless, which is quickly challenging our global society, producing a generalized, steep, and sudden economic decline, creating millions of refugees, threatening famines and many nations, and distancing the two nuclear superpowers from each other in a way rarely seen before. This unexpected present, however, should not dim your view of the promises of our future, a more peaceful, compassionate future based upon sustainable, global shared prosperity, where reason and collaboration between free and open societies can prevail, and where technological, medical, and scientific advances can free humanity from ignorance, hunger, and disease, making our lives better, longer, healthier, and brighter. And you and all of our younger generations are called upon not only to look at that better future, but to work hard to make sure it becomes a reality by striving for progress and promoting dialogue, wisdom, and compassion. Your education at John Cabot University will serve you well to face that task and keep the vision alive. You have studied in an environment deeply immersed in the spirit of the liberal arts education, which has empowered you to think critically, write lucidly and forcefully, and to explore the world around you, appreciating its history and its challenges. You have done so at a university characterized since its creation by an international community of scholars and students, where the most disparate experiences and ideas have been discussed daily in your classrooms, where dialogue, reason, and respect have been at the center of your academic life. Equally important, trust that JCU's combination of a strong liberal arts tradition and its international emphasis, as well as the opportunity to serve as leaders in many outstanding community initiatives, both inside and outside our university, will serve you well to realize your dreams and build successful careers. The quality of John Cabot's academic programs, its outstanding international faculty and dedicated staff, has given you the tools to succeed. The academic standing and reputation of our beloved institution, which is leading to an unprecedented surge in students' applications and to growing interest by top world university to collaborate with us, has found an inspiring confirmation in the very recent successful accreditation of our Frank J. Guarini School of Business by the ACSB International, making JCU the first American overseas university in Europe to obtain this prestigious recognition. JCU's quality and your impressive achievements and personal skills have opened doors for you to the most prestigious graduate schools in the world and to some of the most dynamic and strong international companies and organizations. NYU, Oxford, Cambridge, LSE, American University in DC, FAO, Deloitte, Ernst & Young are only a few of the many graduate schools and institutions that will be lucky to have you. You and your family should be proud of these outstanding results. Dear class of 2022, as you complete this journey once again, You have the joy and privilege to sit side by side with no restrictions with those who shared in your toils and helped you achieve your successes. First and foremost, your parents, who gave you with love the support to realize your dreams. Your friends who were there with you and for you in the hard times and the good times. And your professors, who so generously guided you in your quest for knowledge and gave you the enthusiasm and curiosity to build upon it. I am sure you are grateful to all of them. Class of 2022, be proud of what you have achieved here under very difficult circumstances. Take strength from the realization that you reached a milestone that shows you capable of patience, hard work, and persistence. We are proud to see you spread into all corners of the world, but we will keep you in our hearts. And John Cabot will always be your home, a place to which you may always return, and a place that I hope and I'm sure you will never forget. Class of 2022, on behalf of all those present here today, and with great affection and pride, I congratulate you for your outstanding achievement, and I wish you all the best of luck and a happy and fulfilling life. Ad Maiora. Thank you. I'm very pleased and honored to present the Vice Chair of John Cabot University's Board of Trustees, Dr. Portia Prebys.
Good afternoon to everyone. Dear John Cabot graduates, families and friends of graduates, distinguished guests present with us all here today in this little corner of paradise, colleagues in international education. Today's commencement is an important marker in your young life, graduates. You have successfully completed the traditional course of study required for qualifying in our Western society as an educated person, gratifying your sincere desire to achieve and possess a traditional college education that you, your parents and families have long viewed as a goal to accomplish for a better, more meaningful life, and yes, a life of success on many planes in the many densely textured sundry worlds you all represent here today. Having come this far, each of you now possesses a certain authority, an ordering impulse in your life that makes you ever more self-sufficient, more confident of the skills you have developed acquiring your education. Your 4 years at John Cabot University here in the Eternal City have rendered you more perceptive too, very well prepared, and hopefully most vigilant to inhabit this world of ours today and tomorrow. This journey to learn about the power and resilience of our society's values, passions, and connections you forged at John Cabot University and have now brought to fruition. This is the journey of intellectual life, an intellectual life that will last as long as you do, and it will demand constant updating throughout your lifetime. As a university graduate, you are uniquely prepared to stay constantly abreast of our future world situation. If we have a purpose on this earth other than simply existing, then surely it is to quicken our own sense of what it is to be in this world. Thinking, feeling, rejoicing, suffering too. The demand for mankind to be relevant to its time and to be effective in combating political, social, and moral ills is not new. The future of the world we inhabit today demands and will continuously demand of you international understanding, our most pressing and exacting social and political concern now. Just as all the graduates of John Cabot University over the past 50 years, you have before you, on your own plate, an unwritten responsibility to diligently utilize on every single day of your life your personal skills to the fullest to promote international understanding. Please use this personal awareness that your college education and the close bonds created here have given you as a daily, poignant reminder that the future health of Western culture and world peace depend on you, on your enduring constant cultivation of knowledge as an educated person. Education is responsibility, your responsibility now, for the acquisition of more intellectual skills and their unflagging application. Please, do not stop now. Our generation is counting on you as educated individuals to actively conceive and maintain, each in your own creative and inventive way, true international understanding every single tomorrow for an enduring, peaceful world for everyone. Good luck and thank you.
Thank you very much, Vice Chair Portia Prebis, for your words. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor and privilege for me to welcome our distinguished commencement speaker, American Poet Laureate, Dr. Billy Collins. Dr. Collins was appointed United States Poet Laureate from 2001 to 2003 and served as New York State Poet for 2004 to 2006. A former distinguished professor of English at Lehman College of the City University of New York, is a member of the American Academy of Arts and Letters and has appeared in a variety of periodicals, including The New Yorker, The Paris Review, and The American Scholar. Three of his collections have broken sales records for poetry, and his readings are usually standing room only. Dr. Collins has received fellowships from the New York Foundation of the Arts, the National Endowment for the Arts, and the Guggenheim Foundation. In 2004, Collins was selected as the inaugural recipient of the Poetry Foundation's Mark Twain Award for Humor in Poetry. A great friend of John Cabot University, Dr. Collins was poet in residence during the summer 2012 Institute for Creating Writing and Literary Translation, and in 2017, JCU's Italy Reads program welcomed him as the keynote speaker of legendary American poet Emily Dickinson. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our 2022 commencement speaker, Dr. Billy Collins.
Good afternoon, everybody. That was such a detailed introduction. I thought, who is this interesting fellow that might be coming up here? President Pavancello, thank you for that introduction and addressing everyone, the faculty and staff of John Cabot, and parents, relatives, friends, and most significantly, the extraordinary graduating class of 2022. And it's time to applaud yourself. That's not something that's very acceptable in life, applauding yourself. But today, you should take advantage of every opportunity of doing it. I want to start by making 3 quick points. First of all, it's a great and deep honor to be chosen to be the commencement speaker today. Secondly, I'm going to conclude with a poem, and I said that so that no one will leave early. And 3, this will take about 13 minutes. You deserve to know you're in for a finite experience. And undergraduates, think of it this way. I'm giving you 13 more minutes of being an undergraduate. An admission also. I'm envious of all of you. You went to college in Rome. I went to college in Worcester, Massachusetts. Let's just say no one ever called Worcester the Eternal City. So some of you might be wondering, who am I, even though the president gave you a good sense? Well, I'm no stranger to John Cabot. As the president pointed out, one year I was a visiting writer, another year I was participating in the Italy Reads program featuring Emily Dickinson. I gave a talk on the subject. The person who introduced me was not another poet or a faculty member, but it was Paolo Nespoli, the Italian astronaut. He could not be in the auditorium that day, so he appeared on a huge screen reading live from the International Space Station. He actually recited a poem, and he had in his pocket by Emily Dickinson. And after that, I thought, well, first of all, I thought John Cabot is a pretty cool place to have an astronaut introduce a poet. And also I thought, he has that little poem in his pocket now in his spacesuit, and it's going around the world at 17,000 miles an hour. And I thought, that's got to be the fastest poem in the world. And so now I'm back as your commencement speaker, a poet. Surely the university is not recommending being a poet as a career choice. Your parents will be happy to hear. Unless you're okay with being paid nothing every Friday afternoon. I knew well enough not to put all my eggs in the poetry basket. I had a backup plan. I stayed in school. I got a PhD in English literature and began a long career at the City University of New York. I wrote poems on the side. It was like a hobby. Then something happened. I found my voice. I was rejected all over the place before that, but I had to become energized by rejection and not defeated. So my poetry was like a hobby, and then something happened. I found my voice. I started to get published. One of my colleagues put it this way. She said, when I first met Billy, he was a professor who happened to be a poet, and now he's a poet who happens to be a professor, thus summing up my life in one compound sentence. As John Updike put it, I was swallowed by a hobby. Maybe you remember the Robert Frost poem about the 2 roads diverging in a yellow wood. One road I did not take is the road where I never got published, never had a book, but it's a sure thing that I would have still kept writing if I had taken that untaken road, because it's an immensely self-entertaining pleasure to use language at its highest level, even if I was paid nothing every Friday afternoon. I think the luckiest thing you can do in terms of a career is to be paid for doing something that you would be doing anyway. In other words, turning a natural interest into a career. Robert Frost has a nice metaphor for this. My object in living, he said, is to unite my avocation and my vocation as my 2 eyes make one in sight. Leonard Cohen put it another way in 2 lines. I want to be paid for my work, but I don't want to work for pay. I'm supposed to give you some advice, and that's coming up. But the most solid piece of college commencement advice I know came from a speaker who became very serious, looking over the assembled graduates. And he said, I'm here to tell you young men and women that life in the real world is not like college. It's like high school. And there's a lot of truth to that. That you'll find that most people you meet in the world, you already met in high school. I mean, there were at least 2 Elon Musk types in my high school, and 1 Bill Murray. And we might have had a Hillary Clinton, but it was a boys' school. But what can I tell you that you don't know? When Vladimir Nabokov came to America to teach, he told his students in university, he said, I know only 2 things, that life is beautiful and life is sad. Of course, Nabokov was being modest, but he was also implying that these 2 truths about life are at the heart of human experience. Maybe there is little that is more fundamental, beauty and sadness. The Campo de Fiore is a most elegant example of this, with the gorgeous spread of flowers and vegetables and fruits, presided over by the hooded, brooding figure of Giordano Bruno, who was killed and burned at the stake for what he believed. The American poet William Carlos Williams wrote that it is difficult to get news from poems, yet people die miserably for lack of what is found there. So what I want to do now is just tell you a little bit about what is found in poetry with a capital P. The first thing poetry asks us to do is to slow down, to enter a room of words where we take the poem 1 line and 1 stanza at a time. Poetry slows us down to the pace of its metrical ticking. It's different from the headlong, linear rush of prose. Poetry can slow down not just the pace of our reading, but the pace of our lives. Poetry can be a check on what one psychiatrist called the hurry sickness, the unhealthy pace that accelerates our public and our private lives as well. Another name for this overachieving frenzy is toxic productivity. What we call multitasking, a Buddhist would call monkey mind. Another thing about poetry, when we study history, we learn about events such as treaties, revolutions, wars, innovations, explorations. But poetry is the only history we have of the human heart. It can make us feel less emotionally alone. And it's also good for your heart. It can even slow your pulse. Poetry also teaches to pay attention to the ordinary wonders of our experience, to be more acutely aware of the sensorium around us, that bounty that spills over the floodgates of the senses, to see a bowl of lemons with a new clarity, to watch snow falling, to get out of the car and walk, to sit down by a lake and do nothing. Doing nothing can be mind-clearing and refreshing. As Max Beerbohm said, the ant sets an example for us all, but it is not a good one. Poetry also lights up our imaginations. Here, as I'm writing this, I'm flipping through an anthology of American poetry. I see a snake listening to an owl at night. I come across St. Francis with his hand on the creased forehead of a sow. I hear the wolf of Gubbio howling. I hear the sun yelling at me through a bedroom window. I'm wondering how the 3 blind mice became blind. How about a melon trying to forget something? Laundry dancing on a clothesline. I could go on. Poetry is a home for ambiguity. Someone says that poets are people who have trouble saying just one thing at a time. A respect for ambiguity and uncertainty could help reduce the kind of hard-headed absolutism and demagoguery that has created the horrors of this recent war. Poetry wants to reunite us with the natural world and celebrate ordinary things, the palm tree and the bread knife, the fox in the clearing, the apple on a table. Just look around, one poet writes, and take in this inescapable earth. And what are the poets whispering or yelling about? If we listen, what we hear is carpe diem, the injunction to carpe our diems, because we are running out of them as I speak. Poetry italicizes the world and makes us more keenly aware that we are alive. Poetry makes us feel the thrill of mortality. Now I'm going to give you some advice. But first I want you to applaud yourself again. I think you're great. You're just amazing. Look at you out there, just bright-eyed, handsome, sharp, ready to take the world by the tail. But here's a little advice for you. I have headings, okay? I'm going to give you headings. Money. It's no fun to have to worry about money. The best way to avoid that, and this is all I think, is to just have enough money. The poor and the rich have this in common. They spend a lot of time thinking about money, how to get some in the case of the poor, how to get more in the case of the rich. Ray Charles put it this way: them that's got or them that gets is something I can't see. Because if you have to have something in order to get something, how you get the first is a mystery to me. The phrase income inequality is another way to express that, but you can't dance to income inequality. Sean Casey, the Irish playwright, a socialist at heart, argued tirelessly for fairer wages, and he used a Persian proverb. And the proverb goes, a worker should earn 2 pennies, one to buy bread and the other to buy a lily, ungilio. 1 penny for sustenance, the next for delight. As long as you earn the 2 symbolic pennies, you'll be fine. By the way, I don't think it's advisable to get so rich that you can't wash your own car, roast a chicken, or make your bed, or do some gardening. And here's a personal belief. If the leader of every country in the world were required to spend every Wednesday morning gardening, the world would have a better chance of being at peace. Time. Time is not money. Time is more important than money. Think of it. If you run out of money, you're broke. But if you run out of time, you're dead. No wonder we call trivial activities a waste of time. Priorities. There was once an annual poetry competition in Barcelona which offered 3 prizes. The poet who came in third was given a rose made of silver. The second place winner was a rose made of gold. And the grand prize winner, you guessed it, received a rose, a real one, with real petals, real thorns. That always helps me remember what things go first. Reading. The purpose of a university, wrote Thomas Carlyle, is to teach people to read. He did not mean literacy, he meant the ability to read critically, that is, with skepticism and curiosity and open-heartedness, to be a proactive reader who writes in the margins. I'm guessing nothing could make your teachers more proud of you than knowing you will continue your education on your own, carrying the habit of learning beyond the classroom and into your life. Your head is the classroom now, and you are the teacher and the student as well. A word about kindness. Wordsworth said, our days should be bound together by little, nameless, unremembered acts of kindness and of love. We've heard about relying on the kindness of strangers, but what about our kindness toward strangers? Little, nameless, unremembered acts of kindness and of love. If you remember them, it doesn't count as much. Another little piece of advice, don't worry about things you never got to get around to doing. At your funeral, no one's going to stand up and say, it's too bad Angela never took that watercoloring class. Or George meant to learn Chinese, but frankly, he was just too lazy. One sentence about jobs. Don't get really good at something you don't enjoy doing. It's easy to get stuck. Friendship. Unlike family relationships, friendships are optional, so they require attention and cultivation. Ben Franklin said, a friendship must be kept in good repair. Friendship is special because it is a relationship without purpose. A true friend has no angle, no agenda, or motive. The only point of a friendship is to spend time together, to hang out. Finally, the word you've been waiting for. Finally was the word you've been waiting for, not the next word. But the next word is important. Finally, gratitude, a corollary of carpe diem. Once you are out there seizing your DMs, you should begin to feel grateful, not just for this or that, but for simply being alive, simply to have DMs to seize, for the miracle of yourself. As they say, you might as well be yourself. Everybody else in the world is already taken. We spend most of our time walking around on this earth taking it all for granted. Of course you exist. How could there be a world without you? It's such a perfect fit. You wake up in the morning and plug yourself into the day. But think of the odds. What if your father decided not to go to that party where he would have met your mother? Or he arrives late to the party and she splits early. They pass on the stairs. What if they did meet, but he didn't like the way she talked about her job so much, or she considered his bow tie ridiculous? But in spite of these odds, he liked the sound of her voice, and she liked the way he danced, etc., etc., and here you jolly well are, graduating from one of the best, coolest universities in the world. Lucky old you. A good place to start being grateful is with your parents and any other people who have made it possible for you to arrive here on this amazing spring day to finally be handed a John Cabot University diploma. As promised, I'm going to end with a poem. It's about gratitude, or maybe pre-gratitude, about a little transaction between a boy and his mother. It's called The Lanyard, and I have an Italian translator, luckily. I have 2 books of my poems, and when he wanted to translate this poem, I said, I don't think this is an American thing. And he said, no, Italian children do this too. It's called Scooby-Doo. And here's the poem, The Lanyard. The other day, as I was ricocheting slowly off the pale blue walls of this room, bouncing from typewriter to piano, from bookshelf to an envelope lying on the floor, I found myself in the L section of the dictionary, where my eyes fell upon the word lanyard. No cookie nibbled by a French novelist could send one more suddenly into the past, a past where I sat at a workbench at a camp by a deep Adirondack lake, learning how to braid thin plastic strips into a lanyard, a gift from my mother. I had never seen anyone use a lanyard or wear one if that's what you did with them, but that did not keep me from crossing strand over strand again and again until I had made a boxy red and white lanyard for my mother. She gave me life and milk from her breasts, and I gave her a lanyard. She nursed me in many a sick room, lifted teaspoons of medicine to my lips, set cold face cloths on my forehead, and then led me out into the airy light and taught me to walk and swim, and I in turn presented her with a lanyard. Here are thousands of meals, she said, and here is clothing and a good education. And here is your lanyard, I replied, which I made with a little help from a counselor. Here is a breathing body and a beating heart, strong legs, bones and teeth, and 2 clear eyes to read the world, she whispered. And here, I said, is the lanyard I made at camp. And here, I wish to say to her now, is a smaller gift, not the archaic truth that you can never repay your mother, but the rueful admission that when she took the 2-tone lanyard from my hands, I was as sure as a boy could be that this useless, worthless thing I wove out of boredom would be enough to make us even. Congratulations to all of you, and good luck. You deserve it.
Dr. Collins, thank you very much, and please remain standing. Billy Collins, beloved American Poet Laureate, you have delighted readers and audiences with your witty and thought-provoking poems, bringing poetry into their daily lives and making the literary creative experience an accessible dialogue. The cultural significance of your critically acclaimed work has been recognized globally. For all of your achievements, by the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa and grant to you all the rights and privileges that pertain therein. Congratulations. Okay. It is a great pleasure for me today to welcome and honor Professor Azza Karam. Dr. Azza Karam is Secretary General of Religions for Peace International, the largest multi-religious leadership platform with 92 national and 6 regional interreligious councils. A native of Egypt, she is a professor of religion and development at the Vrije Universiteit in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, of which she is a citizen. Dr. Karam served as a senior advisor on culture at the United Nations Population Fund and as coordinator chair of the United Nations Interagency Task Force on Religion and Development. A founder of the Multi-Faith Advisory Council of the UN, she was the lead facilitator for the United Nations Strategic Learning Exchanges on Religion, Development and Diplomacy. I am deeply honored to say that John Cabot University was also a part of Dr. Karam's journey. She studied at John Cabot University during the 1984-1985 academic year. Dr. Karam, please stand. Azza Karam, you have made an extraordinary contribution to promoting world peace and interreligious dialogue. The success of your efforts to encourage religious mediation has greatly impacted peacekeeping negotiations. Your bridge-building efforts have inspired countries to create interreligious councils, leading to peace and understanding. For all of your achievements, by the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa and grant to you all the rights and privileges that pertain therein. Congratulations.
Thank you very much indeed, President Pavancello, for this tremendous honor. It is a tremendous joy for me to be here, and I wish to give greetings, especially first and foremost to all the graduates of class of 2020 of John Cabot University. Congratulations, and indeed, I would continue to applaud for you from here to kingdom come. Sincere gratitude and respect to everyone on this dais, especially our honorary trustees who have shown their faith in this university and in all of you. And I think that that's a huge step of humanity that we all need. So many, many thanks. And thank you very much indeed to all the professors and the staff who make every single normal thing actually appear normal when it's a tremendous amount of work. I should know, because as a professor, I struggle to even just be coherent, so I understand how complicated things are, and I want to pay special tribute to all of those who teach and educate. You've probably all never heard of me, and that would be perfectly normal. As I have been so delightfully introduced, I can claim no credit for Religions for Peace's incredible achievement over 50 years. This was the achievement due to my predecessor, Dr. William Wendley, who unfortunately isn't with us here today. But Religions for Peace is the United Nations of religious institutions. As the United Nations has 193 governments, Religions for Peace has over 100 religious institutions and faith communities from around the world who are the composers of it. As such, the work through interreligious councils is indeed revolutionary and wonderful. Why? Because, as we heard from Billy, and please, God, I never have to speak after a poet again. But as we heard from Billy, poetry matters, and it matters a great deal. What many of us have probably forgotten is that religion was the original institution of poetry. The language of many holy texts until today is poetic in many, many ways, and it still speaks to the consciousness of individuals around the world. In 2012, a Pew Research study showed that 8 out of 10 people around the world identified with a particular religion or faith tradition. 8 out of 10 is not a minor number. It is a significant number of people. And yet, we are today in policy spaces, in academic spaces, in civic spaces, which often either do not note the power of the religious spheres or seem to contain them in a specific space. The truth is that we are living in an age of a crisis of leadership, political leadership, religious leadership, and civic leadership. What we are seeing happen today, not only with a war on the borders of Europe again, but what we are seeing happen even before in the midst of a global pandemic, what we are seeing happen, even though hard to believe, in this beautiful place in terms of the pandemic of environmental crises, these are all preventable. These were all preventable. The truth is that we lacked the kind of global leadership that would help us take the right decisions at the right time as a global community. Why does that matter? It matters because indeed those of you graduating today are the hope and the aspiration. But even though I have been unsolicited, I would say, please, please do not make the mistakes that seem to be continuously made time and again, which is to believe the lesson that COVID should have taught us, which is that no one is safe until everyone is safe. And until that moment, those of us who believe that we can stay safe regardless of one another, that is why we have a global pandemic. That is why we have an environmental crisis that is making it increasingly difficult to get water and food and any aspect of sanitation for the majority of the world's peoples. We are privileged as we stand here, and indeed gratitude is what we must think. But how do we show gratitude? Here's a few lessons from the world of religions working together. First of all, religions don't usually work together. Religious institutions are the original power brokers. Governments, states, nation states as we know them today, are actually the inheritors of the poetic politics or the politics of the non-poetic that many governments have instituted today. Religions are the original empires, religion are the original politician, and religious institutions are the original institutions that we model so much of our lives according to. So actually it does not come naturally to many religions to think about one another or necessarily to collaborate actively with one another. When the pandemic hit, Religions for Peace found itself forced to set up something called a multi-religious humanitarian fund. Really odd, because you'd think that surely that such a mechanism exists where religions pool their resources to serve all those in need, especially since COVID doesn't seem to distinguish. Usually a tsunami doesn't seem to distinguish between who it will level and who it will leave alive. So frankly, humanitarian emergencies hurt us all. They hurt us all equally. And yet, we found that religious institutions, as the original humanitarians, as the original educators, as the original healthcare providers, were not prepared to collaborate, i.e., to work together to serve all humanity, to serve all those in need. So as you embark upon this career, remember that no one is safe until everyone is safe. Remember that perhaps the strongest forms of leadership are the ones that we have seen and we have read about in stories around the world, from indigenous communities to the Vatican, from communities in Latin America to communities at the very tip of Alaska. That lesson is as follows, that there is such a thing as servant leadership. And that is perhaps exactly what we are missing in today's world. Servant leadership means that we do not serve ourselves, but we serve one another. Leadership through service is quintessentially what our world is lacking. Imagine a situation where each one of us was committed to serve the other, not necessarily to serve ourselves. Realize that when you make that imagination a leap of faith possible, actually serving each other is serving ourselves. So if those of you who are there are actually tempted by the powers and the wealth that comes from individual profit, realize that perhaps the largest forms of profit come from serving one another. That is the way to secure a space not only in this, but to secure this land, this environment that has been bequeathed and entrusted to us. Of course we should make profit, of course we should be powerful, but the strongest forms of profit and the strongest forms of power, as we have learned from generations and decades of religious actors and faith actors working together, is that they serve one another and they serve alongside one another. That ultimately, whatever brings us out from a catastrophe is the ability to stand alongside in service to each other. If we were to do that, no one would be left behind because no one would be the other. Remember that we come, and you all are embarking upon a moment when our diversity, the diversity of the human race and the diversity of species around us, is most endangered. This is a time to realize that vulnerability lies within ourselves, not within the other. This is the time to serve one another and do it with love and with patience. And this is the quintessential message of all faith traditions. Again, from the indigenous communities around the world to the world's largest religious institutions. Multi-religious action is not simply a ethereal reality. It is the truth of our existence. In order to sustain our planet, we have to serve one another. And that lesson might not have to be something that you strive to realize, but it simply might be looking at your own family, as others have invited you to do, looking at your own family, looking at your own community, and realizing that you've made it here thanks to your family, to your friends, and certainly to the resilience within yourself. But our resilience within ourselves dies when it is not nourished by the love we can give one another. That is the message of all faith traditions. That is why it is important for religions to work together. Last point, hold your religious leaders and your religious institutions accountable. Because we are living in the moment, as I said, of a crisis of leadership. This is also a moment where some religious institutions and some religious leaders believe that they can say what they will and do what they will because the world is looking to them in the absence of other leaders. This is the most dangerous moment for religion. This is the moment when you have to hold your religious institutions accountable, because otherwise religious power, when it is not contained, and it can become a very dangerous power, as history should have taught us multiple times. There is one time when religions cannot hurt and can only help, and that is when they work together. So hold your religions accountable to working together, and what better way to do so than yourselves to be the examples of service to one another. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you very much, Dr. Karam, for your words. Now it is a great pleasure for me to introduce the class of 2022 Valedictorian, Giulia Leo. Julia is graduating with a BA in communication and a minor in creative writing summa cum laude and a GPA of 397. Not too bad. She will be continuing her studies at John Cabot towards a second BA in English literature with a minor in classical studies. Julia was born and raised in Bari, Apulia, Italy. There she attended Liceo Classico Socrate, where she developed an interest and love for English literature. John Cabot English program immediately caught her attention as she stumbled upon the university's website during a fourth year of high school. During her academic journey, in her own words, she had the chance to learn from great professors and to approach different texts and authors from many perspectives, often challenging traditional viewpoints. Julia then decided to add communication to her studies due to a newfound passion for journalism. After finishing her second BA in English literature next year, she plans to apply for a master program in the field of journalism for the arts. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the dais our 2022 valedictorian, Julia Leo.
Good evening, class of 2022. Before I begin, on behalf of the class of 2022, I would like to thank everyone who made today possible. Thank you to the families and chosen families who supported us every step of the way. Thank you to the professors who created a safe space for us to grow and express ourselves in. Thank you to all the members of administration and staff. Maybe this time hitting reply all to thank you is the right thing to do. Thank you to the Board of Trustees. The class of 2022 is extremely grateful for all the opportunities you have provided us with. Thank you to every one of my classmates, whether I know you personally or not, whether you're attending in person or joining us online. Know you have left an indelible mark at John Cabot. It was back in the early spring of 2020 when our world turned inside out. I remember in late February of 2020, I was heading out of my Shakespeare class, shout out to Professor Connolly. Okay. And I saw people armed with suitcases around the Critelli campus. At first, I thought it was one of the usual weekend trips us students treat ourselves to. But it wasn't Monday. It was an exodus. Students were leaving to go home, and that changed everything. No more coffees at Mamos. They didn't pay me for to say that. No more 45 minutes lunch break at Tiber Cafe. No more library study sessions. No more in-person club meetings, blue books, or chit-chat with friends before classes. No more Rome and its cobblestones that are so hard to walk on when you're wearing heels 90% of the time. No more spring fling, graduation gala, commencement. In the past 2 years, we've grown accustomed to this hybrid mode of life. Our university experience was punctuated by online classes, connection problems, and Professor, your mic is off, and can you hear me? But today, you can hear us. Here we are. Long story short, we survived. That was a Taylor Swift quote, by the way. Maybe, like me, you arrived at JCU a shy freshman, scared of change and the unknown. Or maybe you knew John Cabot was going to feel like home since the very first day. In an English class on American poetry, shout out to Professor Klausner this time, we read a poem by Frost titled The Death of the Hired Man. A line reads, "Home is the place where, when you have to go there, they have to take you in." JCU took me in. Every single one of you among graduates, faculty, and staff members took me in, and I am forever grateful to have found a place where I can always return and feel safe and listened and loved and taken care of. John Cabot is to me, like it is to every person here, I believe, a place for love, gratefulness, and extraordinary connections. The greatest friendships were born because of a class in common or a question asked on social media that read something like, "Hey Georgia, I'm Julia, I'm interested in joining the Matthew." Don't get me wrong, JCU was also a place for heartbreak, failure, and moments of loneliness and homesickness. But here we are. Long story short, we survived that too. Class of 2022. Goodbye is the hardest word to say, so I think we should not say it. Here's to all of us, to your willingness to wake up for that 8:30 a.m. class, to the sleepless nights spent writing papers, to the many library appointments where you were trying to figure out APA or MLA or any writing style, to failures and heartbreaks, to amazing friends and unforgettable sunsets seen from the Sekia Terrace. Carry all of this proudly within you and know that you can always, always come back home. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Julia. Beautiful words. I now invite Associate Dean Pamela Harris to the podium to confer the degrees to our class of 2022.
President Pavoncello, on behalf of the university faculty, I certify these candidates for the degrees of Master of Arts, Bachelor of Arts in Art History, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, Bachelor of Arts in Classical Studies, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Finance, Bachelor of Arts in English Literature, Bachelor of Arts in History, Bachelor of Arts in Humanistic Studies, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, Bachelor of Arts in Psychological Science, and Associate of Arts, and recommend that those degrees now be conferred. Master of Arts. Ana Laura Alvarez Larga Espada, Master of Arts in Art History. Jessica Nicole Boynton, Master of Arts in Art History. Viviana Calvagno, Master of Arts in Art History. Maria Aurelia Catalano Rossi Danieli, Master of Arts in Art History. Taylor James Chung, Master of Arts in Art History. In absentia. Catherine Leanne Hillman, Master of Arts in Art History. Kathleen Rose Lamana, Master of Arts in Art History. Jennifer Lawless, Master of Arts in Art History. Lindsay Maldari, Master of Arts in Art History. Paulina Nazonova, Master of Arts in Art History in absentia. Bernat Rash, Master of Arts in Art History in absentia. Michelle Annette Savage, Master of Arts in Art History. Savannah Kathleen Sean, Master of Arts in Art History. Laura Rebecca Sprague, Master of Arts in Art History. In absentia. Anna Magdalena Springer, Master of Arts in Art History in absentia. Elizabeth Thorpe, Master of Arts in Art History. Judith Vorot, Master of Arts in Art History. Bachelor of Arts. Abdul Fattah Al-Mahdi Al-Fandi, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, cum laude. Mariam Abdulaziz Al-Jahani, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, magna cum laude. Leila Nadim Hadi Al-Khalidi, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, minor in Marketing. Sahar Salem Al-Malki, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, minor in Art and Design. Aisha Hilal Al-Muhanadi, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in History, magna cum laude. Andrea Ambrogio, Bachelor of Arts in Communications. Francesca Antonelli, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Creative Writing, magna cum laude. Michael Anthony Arado, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in History and Legal Studies. Lucrezia Arena, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Art History, cum laude. Asia Ascoli, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Marketing. Leila del Carmen Baez, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Creative Writing. Samantha Lee Bain, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Italian Studies, magna cum laude. Matthew Brian Berenberg, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minors in Economics and Philosophy. Irena Baroni, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, cum laude. Mahima Samir Batra, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, minor in Legal Studies, cum laude. Eleonora Bellotti, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration and Marketing. Lenora Bish, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration in absentia. Gaia Bizzarri, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minors in Business Administration and Communications, cum laude. Jan Krause Ignacio Bornias, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Art and Design. Valentina Bolado, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, minor in Creative Writing. Delia Mary Botha, Bachelor of Arts in International Business. Maya Gabrielle Brenner, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in Legal Studies and Psychology. Roberta Brigadecci, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Business Administration. Christopher Philip Bubeni, Bachelor of Arts in Humanistic Studies, minor in Business Administration. Ariana Bucca, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Finance, minor in International Affairs, summa cum laude. Alessia Buonopane, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Art History, cum laude. Giulia Caffarelli, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Marketing, cum laude. Catherine Melinda Campbell, Bachelor of Arts in English Literature, minor in Creative Writing, magna cum laude. Mayra Cardillo, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in Communication and Legal Studies, magna cum laude. Matteo Cattina, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Marketing. Carlotta Cecchetti, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration and Marketing, minor in Psychology, summa cum laude. Martina Ceretti, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Legal Studies, cum laude. Aya Mariam Chakmati Corona, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in Legal Studies and Philosophy. Milena Hamilarczyk, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Creative Writing, cum laude. Leonardo Contini, Bachelor of Arts in Art History. Vanessa Corriero, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Marketing. Salia Najma Crespo, Bachelor of Arts in Communications. Gerardo Croce Rossi Longhi, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, minor in Legal Studies. Francesca Cucuzza, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minors in Business Administration and Communications, magna cum laude. Chiara Danna, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, minor in Legal Studies. Joshua Joseph Dannon, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minors in Marketing and Psychology, in absentia. Antonio Belchior Ferreira da Silva, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Business Administration, in absentia. Caitlin McDonald Davis, Bachelor of Arts in Communications. Sofia de Bernardines, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in Economics and Legal Studies, summa cum laude. Sara Di Donatis, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Communications. Lucas Haddad de Lima, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Psychology. Ana Maria de Siena, Bachelor of Arts in Art History, minors in Art and Design and Classical Studies. Elena Di Tomasis, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minors in Communications and Psychology. Giacomo Di Capua, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, minor in Legal Studies, summa cum laude. Angelica Di Carluccio, Bachelor of Arts in Humanistic Studies, minor in Art History. Giulia Di Fino, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Psychology, magna cum laude. Viola Di Veroli, Bachelor of Arts in International Business and Marketing, minor in Psychology, cum laude. Laura Di Donofrio, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Marketing, magna cum laude. Manuela Irena Dorso, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Communications, cum laude. Daria Ivelinova Jambajova, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Marketing, magna cum laude. Leila Ibrahim El Casas, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, minor in History. Marshall Sinclair Everett, Bachelor of Arts in History and Political Science, cum laude, in absentia. Alessia Falco Mata, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Marketing. Mariolina Falcone, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Art and Design, magna cum laude. Elisa Carla Fanelli, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Economics, magna cum laude. Ryan James Farrell, Bachelor of Arts in International Business. Francesco Felici, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in Economics and Legal Studies. Daniel Frank, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, in absentia. Giorgia Frattini, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Psychology, magna cum laude. Gloria Frenna, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Legal Studies. Jeanette Fuentes Ayala, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, minors in Communication and Legal Studies. Rachele Forgione, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Legal Studies. Isabella Garcia, Bachelor of Arts in Psychological Science. Leo Gassman, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Psychology. Giada Gavazzi, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Humanistic Studies and Political Science, summa cum laude. David Nicholas Giandomenico, Bachelor of Arts in International Business. Sofia Jansi, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Marketing, cum laude. Carolina Victoria Gojewska, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Marketing, magna cum laude. Ingeborg Grunwald, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Legal Studies. Mohammed Mahmoud Haddad, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, in absentia. Stephanie Suzanne Haggis, Bachelor of Arts in History, minors in Classical Studies and Humanistic Studies, summa cum laude. Brian Hajdari, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Entrepreneurship, in absentia. Aya Nabil Hamid, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. Elisa Huang, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Psychology, cum laude. Liam Patrick Hughes, Bachelor of Arts in History, in absentia. Martina Ianni, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Psychology. Roberta Imperiale, Bachelor of Arts in Art History, minor in Business Administration, magna cum laude. Benedetta Invernizzi, Bachelor of Arts in International Business. Polina Yudenkova, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Humanistic Studies. Kehisha Dominic Johnson, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Business Administration. Rahul Siddharth Campbell, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minors in Art and Design and Creative Writing, cum laude. Nicholas Cash Kessler, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, minor in Psychology, in absentia. Khan Chilik, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Marketing. Miguel Maximilian Kleinhens Pinto Basto Avides, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in Legal Studies and Psychology, magna cum laude. Andrei Nicolini Lacerda, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minors in Arts and Design and Philosophy. Come on up. Martina Laici, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Entrepreneurship for Profit, magna cum laude. Oh, look. Okay, Letizia, Daniela, Francesca Lasorte. Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Communications. Yeah, what is it? Yeah, she was okay. Sara Lamucci, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Marketing, cum laude. Okay. Lolita Lapina, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minors in Art and Design and Political Science. Okay. Stefania Leguizamon Gomez, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs. Nihal Lengi, Bachelor of Arts in International Business and Marketing. Maria Sole Lentini, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in Business Administration and Psychology, magna cum laude. Julia Leo, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Creative Writing, summa cum laude. Vittorio Lombardi Stronati, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Finance, minor in Business Administration. Andrea Lombardo, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, minor in Entrepreneurship for Profit. Erika Macrina, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Business Administration. Elisa Magnanini, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in Business Administration and Legal Studies, magna cum laude. Vittoria Maione, Bachelor of Arts in Psychological Science, cum laude. Colleen Francis Meyer, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Entrepreneurship, cum laude. Isabella Lorraine Marchese, Bachelor of Arts in Communications. Beatrice Maresca, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minors in Creative Writing and Entrepreneurship for Profit, cum laude. Savannah Grace Martin, Bachelor of Arts in Humanistic Studies, minors in Classical Studies and Psychology, magna cum laude. Antonio Martinelli Carraresi, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, in absentia. Ray Johannes Megersa, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Entrepreneurship. Andrew Menz, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in History. Sara Mieli, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, cum laude. Patrizio Mioni, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Finance, minor in Mathematics. Julia Cornelia Miskiewicz, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Finance, minor in Mathematics, in absentia. Francesco Chiara Moccia, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, magna cum laude. Nicholas Robert Modlin, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, minor in Entrepreneurship, Social Innovation, summa cum laude. Virginia Moranti, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, cum laude, minors in Entrepreneurship, Innovation and Technology, and Psychology. Camilla Marie Mosher Jovine, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Legal Studies. Alina Mubashir, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration and International Affairs. Elena Mussini, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Economics, magna cum laude. Federica Nardelli, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Psychology. Lamin Nije, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Communications. Paola Occhiuto, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Psychology. Polina Ogorodnikova, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, in absentia. Jose Pablo Ortega Hedo, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, in absentia. Mohammed Omar Ustvani, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, minor in Marketing. Leonardo Peone, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in Economics and Legal Studies, magna cum laude. Michela Papavero, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Legal Studies, magna cum laude. Sofia Parenti, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, cum laude. Ludovica Pavoni, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Economics, magna cum laude. Martina Perelli, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Psychology, summa cum laude. Fausto Antonio Perez, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Entrepreneurship for Profit. Lorenzo Perinelli, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, cum laude. Giovanni Petra, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, magna cum laude. Min An Fan, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Finance, minor in Marketing. Biagio Poliseno, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Economics, cum laude. Giorgia Pregnolato, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, minor in Political Science, magna cum laude. Federica Preziosi, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in Economics and Legal Studies. Eduardo Prosperi, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Marketing. Altea Pugina Angeletti, Bachelor of Arts in Communications. Daniela Purificato, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minors in Business Administration and Economics, cum laude. Pierpaolo Quadrozzi, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in Economics and Legal Studies, magna cum laude. Malik Nasser Barka Ramadan, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. Maria Belen Ribolotta, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Business Administration. Laura Riccardi, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Legal Studies. Luca Christian Rossi, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Finance, minor in Mathematics, in absentia. Anthony Russo, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Marketing. Kevin Sachdev, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. Rania Anwar Salem, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. Emily Ruth Saltarelli, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Italian Studies, magna cum laude. Hosaena Akliklu Samuel, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minor in Business Administration. Pablo Sanchez Benitez Toledo, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Communications. Mattia Francesco Sant'Agnello, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. Francesca Romana Sartori, Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, minors in Communication and Psychology. Anastasia Savchuk, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in Business Administration and Entrepreneurship Social Innovation, summa cum laude. Nicole Dominique Scorziello, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Business Administration. Melash Zeleka Siten, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. Cosimo Silippo, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Finance and International Affairs, magna cum laude. Asia Silvestri, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in Legal Studies and Psychology, magna cum laude. Elena Catalina Sirbu, Bachelor of Arts in Classical Studies and International Affairs, cum laude. Francesco Soncini, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, cum laude. Tommaso Sopranzetti, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration and Marketing. Friedrich Emanuel Albert Spruch, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Business Administration, magna cum laude in absentia. Natalia Barbara Stanush, Bachelor of Arts in Art History and Communications, summa cum laude. Nadine Alexander Stereva, Bachelor of Arts in Psychological Science, cum laude. Leonardo Stocchero, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, minor in Entrepreneurship. André Marie Cristina Tabarnak Tutu, Bachelor of Arts in Art History, minor in Creative Writing. Alessia Tanzini, Bachelor of Arts in Art History, minors in Classical Study and Entrepreneurship, cum laude. Ilaria Tatangelo, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, minor in Legal Studies. Carolina Teles Salinas, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in Economics and Legal Studies, magna cum laude. Madeline Joyce Todd, Bachelor of Arts in Classical Studies, minors in Art and Design and Communications. Tatiana Tondini, Bachelor of Arts in Classical Studies, minor in Art History, summa cum laude. Alessia Torelli, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Entrepreneurship for Profit. Sai Gayatri Nicola Trejo Mazzanti, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Art and Design, summa cum laude. Sofia Utkina, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, minors in Legal Studies and Psychology, magna cum laude in absentia. Silvia Valentini, Bachelor of Arts in English Literature, minor in Classical Studies, magna cum laude. Daniela Ventura, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Entrepreneurship, magna cum laude. Vladilena Vezhnevets, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Art History. Naomi Villamizar Bedford, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in International Affairs, magna cum laude. Shalina Weck, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Marketing, magna cum laude. Catherine Rose Welsh, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minor in Legal Studies. Francesca Yang, Bachelor of Arts in International Business, minor in Economics, magna cum laude. Maria Margaret Young, Bachelor of Arts in International Affairs, minors in Economics and Legal Studies, magna cum laude. Mohammed Fayez Yurish, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, minor in Business Administration. Dalila Zenone, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, minor in Creative Writing. Lara Assoli, Associate of Arts in International Affairs. Samba Haruna Balde, Associate of Arts in International Business. Anais Georgia Tana, Associate of Arts in International Affairs in absentia. Jonathan Michael Thomas, Associate of Arts in Business Administration. In absentia.
The ceremony is about to conclude. I ask you all to remain seated so as to allow the presidential party to leave the ceremony. Class of 2022, take charge. Be assured of your qualities. Be brave and resolute. Face the world with optimism and compassion. Always keep faith in your work and keep us in your heart. By a vote of the faculty and the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of John Cabot University, I hereby confer upon you your appropriate degree with all the rights, privileges, and duties pertaining thereto. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2022.